You ever done something you can't be forgiven for?
Don't do that, goddammit!
I haven't been a very good father to you lately.
When we meet you on the surface, you're just like slinging Italian ice, right, at night. And you know you've kind of been through something, but you're not really sure. And then when you
Yeah.
find out what it is, you're like, what?
Yeah, it's
My
a little
question to
mind
you,
blowing.
it's incredible. You're right. It's mind-blowing. My question to you is this. How do you approach that complexity? Do you draw on something personally that you go, okay, I had this trauma and I'm going to draw on that? Or you're like, I've had no trauma and I'm really excited to kind of take this on. How do you approach that?
I'm an immigrant myself, and I think I immigrated here by myself when I was 18, and I think that alone helped. Like, I had to grow up really quickly because of that, and I think I really tapped into this idea of like that didn't really jade me, like that didn't make me. That didn't, it made me stronger, but it didn't really change the foundation of who I was. And I think I really wanted to tap into this idea for Emily that, yeah, this is difficult and this is breaking her heart, but this doesn't, I think she believes that this doesn't have to define her and this doesn't have to overall define her family. And I mean, also giving kudos to Brad, who's an incredible writer, and he created such a nuanced, like young woman, and he also allowed a lot of collaboration, a lot of conversation, and I felt really grateful that he injected a lot of my background and my experience into Emily, even things that the viewer might not even know, but things that I know are part of it. Like whenever I came into the project, Emily originally wasn't Dominican, but now she is Dominican because that's who I am. And we had these conversations, and there's a little Dominican flag in the room that maybe I don't think anyone will notice, but I know it was there.
This project is in my top 3 of the year of television shows. And by, I think one of the reasons why that is because he taps into this authenticity that he knows, the
Yeah,
Delta area, the Philly
yeah,
area. We Latinos don't always have that privilege. You know,
yeah.
we always don't get that authenticity or somebody to tell our own stories. How do you approach that knowing this is their authentic land?
Well, you know what? I feel like I think I'm a bit of a brave human who I will go into a room and be like, well, this is what I'm bringing to the table, and this is what I know, this is what I don't know. I said when I first moved to the States, I was constantly searching for community and people that sounded like me or looked like me or had, similar backgrounds or and I feel like I see that in Emily's relationship to her guidance counselor, and I'm like, I really want to go deeper into that relationship and why she really shows her truer colors to this person instead of her dad or her sister. Like why does she feel so comfortable coming um to Meg and saying these things that maybe she wouldn't say at home. There's this one line that I actually pitched, and it stayed on the show. Um, is that the very first line of the scene with the therapist when I share my own experience of one time in school, because I came here to go to acting school. A girl commented in my hair and asked me if it was mine. And I was like, what if we include something like that? What if their relationship is not just, let me talk about my dad and my sister, but what if I find safety in this woman to share about my experience as a brown Latina girl in this space? And he was like, I love it. Let's put it in. And it's made it into the show. And I'm like, yay.